Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping our news today at noon, demonstrators gathering this morning in Sarasota to protest greyhound racing. They gathered in front of the Sarasota Kennel Club. They're against the practice and what they claim are the unhealthy confinements of the dogs that they're subjected to stay in. In Florida, 12 tracks are still open for business, including the Sarasota Kennel Club.
It's important because we shouldn't be exploiting animals, especially for profit. I know there was a decoupling legislation they tried to get passed, which unfortunately did not. So Florida is still one of the handful of states that still allows greyhound racing.
Another protest is planned for tomorrow morning at 10. 3 Sarasota schools are put on lockdown this morning after a gun theft at a nearby business. That lockdown has since been lifted. The school district placing Sarasota High, Alta Vista Elementary, and Suncoast School for Innovative Studies on a lockdown as police investigated a vehicle burglary at nearby Sarasota Ford. Now, a gun was stolen from one of those cars there, and the search for the 2 suspects continues at this hour. The lockdown ended around 10:30 this morning, and no one was hurt. Also new at noon, a traffic stop in Sarasota leads to a major drug bust. Police pulling over 21-year-old Tyler Wilkerson on Wednesday during a traffic enforcement detail in the area of Southside Elementary School. He was pulled over for going 38 miles an hour in a 15-mile-an-hour school zone. Wilkerson appeared nervous, which prompted police to check his car. They say they found 9 grams of marijuana, 6 cell phones, and a loaded gun. Wilkerson was arrested on marijuana and concealed weapons charges. 2 brothers are being called heroes by Manatee County Emergency Services. Twin brothers Connor and Eli Fitzpatrick took the wheel when their grandfather experienced a medical crisis. They say the boys were instrumental in getting the help their grandfather needed by communicating with dispatchers, even waiting outside to flag down the ambulance. The kids were awarded with certificates of bravery and a Manatee EMS care package for those actions. Congratulations to them. Now to a party of a lifetime. Thousands of fans are packing the streets of Chicago for a massive parade and rally celebrating the Cubs World Series win. This is a live scene from Chicago right now as it has just gotten underway. The team are on buses as they head down the streets. They're going to go right down Michigan Avenue. The parade is about to get underway, followed by the rally at Grant Park in downtown Chicago. Of course, the Cubs broke a 108-year drought of winning the World Series by beating the Cleveland Indians in 10 innings, 8-7 the other night. Chicago also turning the Chicago River blue today to celebrate. It's similar to how the river goes green every year for St. Patrick's Day. As you can see, there's the dye going into the river to turn it all blue for the Cubs. New at noon and happening this weekend, the Gamble Plantation in Ellenton is having its annual car show this weekend. It'll feature an array of classic cars from vintage to modern day. And that's where we find meteorologist John Scalzi with a preview of the show and a look at our weather today. John, I'm very envious that where you are at right now.
I knew you would be, Scott. I knew you would be. I tell you what, though, the good thing is you can come down this weekend and enjoy 200+ vintage cars, exquisite cars. Also, the Smokey and the Bandit cars are here as well. All of it to benefit 2 things. One, a shelter for pregnant women called Saul's Homes, and also the Gamble Plantation. And joining me is Kevin, the park manager here at the Gamble Plantation. Kevin, for those folks who have never been here for one of your Fall Car Festival shows, and I know you had 20 of them, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
What are people going to see?
Well, there's going to be a ton of cars out here. There'll be tours of the home that we'll be giving on our normal tour schedule. This is a historic 1840s, antebellum mansion, the only one remaining in South Florida, the oldest building in Manatee County.
And it is exquisite. You have all kinds of things on the grounds for people to see.
Yes,
you also have furnishings in the mansion from the period.
Yes, we'll have live music. We're going to have food. It'll be a lot of fun.
Plus the cars. Let's not forget about the cars. We got some beautiful ones out here right now. An Oldsmobile. We have an old Ford. We also have the VW, of course. Absolutely gorgeous cars. We're going to show you a bunch more before the show is over. First, though, let's quickly go over the weather. We started off the morning kind of nice out there, actually, with some lower relative humidities and some prettier skies as well. The temperatures were a little calmer. Winds were a little calmer this morning, which allowed the temperatures to be just slightly cooler. So all in all, I think a lot of the area saw exactly what Lakewood Ranch did. Lakewood Ranch webcam now showing you a beautiful blue sky out there. By the way, don't forget, Music on Main tonight as well. Another event where ABC7 will be out there to meet and greet you folks, so please come on out and see us. Titan Radar showing everything very quiet right now. And for the car show tomorrow here at Gamble Plantation, it is going to be exquisite weather. Well, through the afternoon, though, we do have a slight chance at a shower, but it is a very slight chance. I think as we head into the remainder of the afternoon, a 20% would do it. Otherwise, temperatures will be warm today, but there is a cold front advancing, and it will be a little bit cooler over the next 24 hours. Beautiful weather for a car show. And Kevin, I'll tell you what, if people have not ever been out here to the Gamble Plantation, it's really something to see.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful car show. It's a good time for the whole family. It's really nice. Come on out.
Scott, wait till you see some of these other cars that are out here. Your mouth's going to water.
Oh, can't wait to see them. John, thank you so much. We'll check back with you in just a few minutes. In other news today, most homeowners living in a steadily growing area like the Suncoast have concerns about insurance rates. Today in our Suncoast 2037 series, we're looking at how rates will likely change over the next 20 years. We talked to David Joyner with Joyner Family Insurance in Venice, who says the government is still in the process of trying to fix the flood program. Still doesn't have enough money, and changes are being phased in. Joyner says, unfortunately, he thinks we will continue to see the trend of premiums going up across the board, but there is some good news.
One positive trend that I do see continuing over the next 20 years is the advent of more private options for flood insurance. We're starting to see that right now, but as the federal program is trying to fix itself and policies are becoming much more costly, we're seeing options coming out by private companies that want to enter that market, that think they can be profitable.
And coming up at 5 o'clock on ABC7 News, how insurance rates could impact development in the coastal areas of the Suncoast. It's never too late in the day to have a cup of joe, especially when it's free. Wawa is offering free coffee all day today to celebrate the grand opening of its 100th store in Florida. That 100th new store opened this morning in Brandon. For a look at the Wawa locations near us, you can go to mysuncoast.com and click on links we mentioned. Well, it's lunchtime too today. ABC7 Culinary Director Judy Gallagher joins us live from Philippi Creek Village Restaurant and Oyster Bar in Sarasota. Judy, one of my favorite places to go.
Scott, I'm missing you today. I wish you could join me for lunch because look at this. We are featuring Thanksgiving. Now, most of the items are on as specials and it's glorious. Anytime to be at Philippi Creek Oyster Bar, but we're especially talking about that they're open on Thanksgiving Day. And not only are they going to have unbelievable seafood pots and lobster and jumbo prawns and seafood pies, but they also have a fantastic and very moist traditional roast turkey dinner with all the sides and of course glazed ham. So stay with me throughout the hour. We are coming live and celebrating Thanksgiving right here at Philippi Creek Oyster Bar.
When caring for my wife alone became too much for me, I called my long-term care insurance company to get help from granny nannies. Now the most wonderful nurses help me with her care.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help.
And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708. The celebration is heating up and the prices just keep getting better during the Jeep Celebration event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the area's largest selection of Jeep Grand Cherokees or get big savings on a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999. Stop by today and drive away in a brand new Jeep Compass for just $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Bold, fresh, colorful, gorgeous. Energize your home with the HGTV Home Furniture Collection at Bacon's Furniture and Design. With hundreds of fabrics to mix and match, you'll find your perfect style. And with design and decorating ideas from the experts at HGTV and complimentary design service at Bacon's, it's easy to create the look and feel that's uniquely you. Only at Bacon's Furniture and Design in Sarasota. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Mom needed more care than we could provide, so we called Granny Nannies. She now has around-the-clock caregivers, and we have peace of mind. Thanks to them, she's where she belongs, at home.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Estimated value of the 200 cars that'll be out here, around $10 million, maybe. Can you imagine? You know what it costs to get in? $1. $1 will do it. You come on out, you enjoy the mansion, you get tours of the mansion, you get tours of these fantastic cars. We've got an Excalibur out here, we've got an El Camino, we've got a 56 Chevy that we're looking at right now, plus many other cars that we're going to introduce you to as we progress through the rest of the remaining broadcast here. Just fantastic shows. I'd like to introduce you to the car organizer. Bill, come on in here. Bill Mergens has been doing these car shows for years, right?
Yes.
You know your cars. Tell us about this baby over here, El Camino. A great classic car.
Right, and it's an 87 El Camino, and it's something that is an effort for, you know, the ages, I guess. And the guy that owns it has done, you know, a lot of stuff to it, and it's just absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, he said over 400 horsepower or something.
Yeah.
It's an amazing car. And the 56 Chevy, I mean, that's iconic,
classic,
right?
Classic, yes.
Doesn't get any more iconic than that.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's beautifully restored.
Oh, no, that's right. And he drives it everywhere.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Tell us about the cars that are going to be here. These are all individually owned cars?
Individually owned cars, yeah.
And the highlights of the show, of course, what we're seeing right here are highlights, but you've also got a Smokey and the Bandit car coming?
Yeah, there's a whole display that we're going to have for Smokey and the Bandit. And so they have the sheriff's car out here and some of Burt Reynolds' personal vehicles. And so it's going to be just absolutely fabulous. And we just scored that one the last couple days that they're coming out here.
And I can't tell you how great the weather is going to be for this event. Let's go over that a little bit right now, talk about the weather. As you can look at the current conditions outside, they look pretty comfortable, actually, even now with the temperatures as warm as they are at 83 degrees. The humidity a little bit high right now at 63%, but I'll tell you what, that humidity is going to be reduced as we head into the next 24 hours. 78 degrees in Bradenton Parish, the same. Mayaca City, ditto. Lakewood Ranch at 78. Northport at 79. Inglewood's got 78. Venice 79. Longboat Key at 76. Wauchula 78. Arcadia 78. You get the picture. Kind of uniform temperature structure from coast to inland areas. But watch for the tan in the water vapor imagery here over the last 12 hours. It is diving southward. That tan color is dry air in the atmosphere, and it is headed our way in the form of a cold front. That cold front sinking southward will be moving into our area later this evening, probably around 8, 9 o'clock or so, beginning to move through our area, maybe with a chance of a shower or two, about a 20% chance of that, though most of the activity in terms of precip will be over on the other coast. Nevertheless, it'll take a while for that front to clear our area, probably, I'd say by tomorrow morning. That will have sunk far enough south that we'll begin to enjoy the northeasterly wind shift, and we'll start to see some drier, more pleasant weather work its way in. Not that the weather right now isn't just fantastic, but it only gets better. Sun cloud mix for today, shifting winds. Northwest right now will become northeast once that front moves through. And a nice weekend, let me change that. A fantastic weekend shaping up for us. Titan radar showing just not a lot of activity. You're beginning to see a little bit of the frontal boundary to the north right now. A line of showers extending outwards into the Atlantic from Orlando is the beginnings of that front sinking southward. Currently, no showers in our neck of the woods. Thunderstorm activity, yeah, there might be a little bit, but mostly over on the other coast. We're remaining dry through the remainder of the afternoon and into the early evening hours. Now, winds may pick up just a little bit. They may gust as we head into tomorrow, and they may gust up to perhaps 10 to 15, maybe 15 to 20. So boaters, just be aware of that we could see a little bit extra wind shower activity around. Rainfall futurecast for today, not all that great. We're looking for a beach and boating forecast calling for that wind at about 10 knots out of the northwest to become about 15 during the overnight. That'll bring you a moderate chop overnight. 20% chance of showers today, breezy tomorrow. Daytime high temperature down about 5 or 6 degrees as we head into the next 24 hours or so, and that cooler temperature lasts for an entire week, it looks like, with lower relative humidity making it very comfortable. I tell you, I wish I could sneak the keys to a couple of these and take them for a test drive, Scott, and I'm sure you would too. This is absolutely exquisite, pristine looking cars out here. Scott, you'd have a great time. I'm sorry I'm the only one out here this day.
All right, John. I can go see him this weekend, though. Thank you so much. In health news today, new data shows the number of kids taking their own lives has dramatically increased in recent years. Suicide among kids between the ages of 10 and 14 has doubled since 2007. That's according to a report from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Kids may attempt to harm themselves for different reasons, from bullying and depression to low self-esteem. If your child or someone you know shows signs of potentially harming themselves, seek medical help or counseling for them immediately. Don't forget to set your clocks back this weekend. As John mentioned, Sunday marks the end of daylight saving time, which means 1 more hour of sleep as opposed to the 1 less hour we get in the spring. Recommended sleeping time is between 7 to 9 hours, but according to the National Sleep Foundation, many of us don't get that much and suffer from sleep debt, which means we owe our body some rest. Sleep deprivation also increases a person's likelihood for decreased alertness, memory, and cognitive function, as well as an increased risk for a number of health risks.
Linked to increased risk of diabetes, high blood pressure. Also, there's connections to increased risk of heart attack and stroke, and that's all from not getting enough sleep.
Also, to get a good night's sleep, avoid stimulants like caffeine, energy drinks, and lights from electronic devices. Doctors add, while it's good to get it in that extra hour of sleep, don't overdo it this weekend. Sleeping in too late can wreak havoc on your body's sleep-wake cycle and will just make it more difficult to get up and go to work come Monday. Any leftover Halloween candy at your home could earn you a little bit of cash while also helping a good cause. SmileWorks Kids Dentistry in Sarasota is offering a candy buyback today. From 3 to 6 p.m., the office will be paying $1 for every pound of candy brought in. There's a 5-pound limit per person. Now, all that candy they receive will then be sent to troops overseas as part of Operation Gratitude. Good deal there. We have another pet who needs a home. We're going to introduce you to our Pet of the Week coming up next. And then later, a bizarre kidnapping case in South Carolina. The shocking circumstances surrounding a woman who was held captive for months by a registered sex offender.
Hurricane season is here, so when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
And track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. Turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, you'll always get the most for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Welcome back. Time to meet our pets of the week this week. The founder of Dante's Den and host of Animal Outtakes, Marsha Panucci, joined us with a guest to tell us about 3 dogs that need a home. I have Georgie, right?
Well, and I have Jack, and here is Jimbo. And these are from the Florida Poodle Rescue, Scott, and they're a little antsy making their debut.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, okay. Jimbo and Jack are red poodles. Now, this is a little rare. They are European born, but they came here to the States and they have to be bonded together, so they have to stay together. So whoever's going to give them a loving home is going to have to take both of them. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And you have Georgie.
Georgie's adorable.
Yes. Now, Georgie's 9 years old, and these 2 guys they're going to sing for us are 5. And they all 3 are wonderful poodles. They are well trained. They know their basic commands. They are potty trained, and they love to ride in cars. And I think that Jimbo is definitely going to enter the singing contest for top dog this year.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Maybe we had your wrong side. Okay, there we go. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah, how can we, what's the number to call?
The number, of course, is Florida Poodle Rescue at 727-265-1766. And all 3 of these, now 2 of them have to go together, Scott, our 2 little red guys here. Right. But Georgie can go by himself. And they're beautiful, they're wonderful. They're a little scared, you know, but that's okay.
Poodles make great pets.
Oh, these are just absolutely wonderful. And you notice that Jack quieted down now. He was on his wrong side. He's just whispering to me. This is his right side.
And Georgie's just a doll.
Georgie is just, he's going to make the newscast with you.
Yeah, all right. Thank you so much, Marsha. Thank you for your help. And please call and give these dogs a great home if you can. Let's get back to Judy Gallagher now. She joins us live today from Philippi Creek Village Restaurant and Oyster Bar in Sarasota. Judy?
Scott, what can I say? Well, I can say a lot, but I'm going to let Matt do it because Matt's the manager here. And Matt, you've put out this great spread, but let's talk about a little bit about Philippi Creek Oyster Bar.
Yeah, Philippi Creek Oyster Bar has been here for about 38 years. It's a staple in the community. We have fantastic views, great food, indoor and outdoor seating. It's definitely the place to be.
And your seafood is so fresh. Tell me more about that.
We actually get our seafood delivered every day. Without question, it's always here every morning. So It's very, very fresh.
And trust me, I've been here for both lunch and dinner on the same day, and there's such a great variety that you'll love. And I know we're going to talk to Chef in a minute, because there are going to be the traditional roast turkey and the glazed ham for Thanksgiving. And I was fortunate enough with John Scalzi to enjoy that, although Scalzi never shared the stone crab, but I'm not holding that against him. I also want to talk about on Black Friday, you don't need to get up at 3 in the morning and argue with people. What can they do? If you're dining here at Felipe Creek Oyster Bar or your fine dining sister restaurant on the water, the Table Creek side, where can they shop?
They can shop at the Trader, which is our gift shop. It's going to be open the whole day, so you have to get your Black Friday things there and enjoy.
All the holiday shopping at beautiful dishes. And now you also have something new in the cupcake display. Tell me.
We have Cupcakes by Ron.
Oh, I love
they are
that.
fantastic, and they are the way to go. So grab your cupcakes, grab your
whatever
you can.
Whatever your gifts. And look at the planes are flying over because they want our food. Matt, it is just the perfect day. The fish are jumping. I'm looking in case a manatee comes by, and I'm really going to tuck into some great food. Do people need reservations?
Reservations are not required. We are open from 11 to 8, and come on in and enjoy a great meal.
And can you accommodate large parties?
Absolutely. The larger the better.
Well, the larger the better. There you go. So stay with me. We're not done yet. We're bringing out Chef Pedro, and he's going to tell you what's on my table today for lunch.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
An important message for Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you receiving all the benefits available to you? Do you know there is money available to lower your Medicare prescription costs? Now's the time to find the coverage that's right for you at the right price. The way to do that is to explore your options. You can spend hours doing that yourself, or you can call Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you with no cost or obligation. We'll search a variety of plans from nationally recognized companies to find the coverage that's the best fit for you at a price that fits your budget, and we'll do it at no charge to you. Plus, you may be able to save money on prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify. Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy? Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge.
Call the number on the screen now to make sure you're getting all the benefits you deserve. Don't wait. Call now.
Rich finishes, beautiful colors, and over 1,000 different fabrics and leathers to choose from. With Bassett Custom Furniture at Bacon's Furniture and Design, you can design every room to match your own unique style. And every piece is quality handcrafted right here in America. Come in today and we'll guarantee your Bassett Custom Furniture will be shipped before the holidays. With our complimentary design service, start designing, start loving. Only at Bacon's Furniture and Design in Sarasota. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. A shocking story out of South Carolina. A woman missing for months is finally found. She had been held against her will in a metal container. Her boyfriend is still missing, and a suspect is now in custody charged with kidnapping. ABC's Kenneth Moten has the story.
Captive in South Carolina, Todd Christopher Cole Hepp is behind bars today. The registered sex offender is set to go before a judge after police say they found Caleb Brown held captive on his property.
We're very much so, and the community is very much so hoping and praying he don't get out of jail.
Investigators are scouring the 100-acre area in Woodruff, South Carolina in hopes of finding Brown's boyfriend, Charlie Carver, who disappeared with her in August. Acting on a tip, police say they heard Brown banging on the inside of a storage container in this wooded area surrounded by a chain-link fence on Thursday. The sheriff says they found the 30-year-old chained inside by her neck. She told police she was fed but trapped, padlocked inside the metal locker for 2 months.
It was very deplorable. She was living in a cage inside of a container. It was only by God's grace that she was found alive.
The gruesome discovery shocked nearby residents.
This is a small town, and you don't hear this kind of stuff going on a lot. Thank God she is alive.
Brown also told the police there could be several bodies on Cole Hepp's property.
We have some equipment that will x-ray underneath the surface to see if there's any human remains anywhere.
Cole Hepp was convicted and sentenced to prison for kidnapping in 1986. He is a licensed pilot and realtor in a town about 15 miles away from where Brown was rescued. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
Jerry Sandusky is back in court today fighting his child sex abuse convictions. The former Penn State University assistant football coach wants those convictions overturned or a new trial altogether. A man identified as one of the victims is expected to testify. His lawyers believe prosecutors hid information about one victim because his account did not help their case, but prosecutors did not believe the man set to testify was actually a victim. Sandusky is currently serving a 30 to 60-year sentence for sexually abusing 10 boys. And following Sandusky, Penn State is getting hit with what could be the most expensive fine the school has faced. The U.S. Department of Education is hitting the school with a $2.4 million fine for violating a law that requires colleges and universities to report campus crimes and warn people if their safety is threatened. The fine relates to how the school handled complaints about Sandusky before he was actually charged in 2011 with child molestation. An Alabama pipeline that exploded is expected to be repaired by this weekend. The Colonial Pipeline ruptured Monday, killing one worker and injuring 5 others. The line runs from refineries in Houston all the way to New Jersey. The Environmental Protection Agency has waived regulations in areas with gas shortages. The line is expected to restart sometime on Sunday. Time now to check in again with meteorologist John Scalzi. He's joining us live today from Gamble Plantation in Ellington, where they'll have an annual fall car show this weekend. Beautiful day for that out there, John.
Scott, name this car.
Camaro?
You gotta love that, right? Yes, you got it.
Hey.
Exactly right. SS350, 1969. Beautiful, beautiful car. How about that? I'm impressed. I really am. We're joined by Kevin again, who's a park manager here at the Gamble Plantation. Again, you're gonna have a big, good time this weekend with the car festival.
A lot of fun.
Tell us a little bit about the Gamble Mansion and what they can see. We have some pictures for you to see. Let's take a look at those right now while we talk.
Well, the mansion was constructed in 1842 is when it began. It's built out of tabby, which is made out of oyster shell, crushed oyster shell. It has 10 rooms. It's got an outdoor cistern that holds 30,000 gallons. It's a really unique structure. It's called Greek Revival.
And what kind of things can you see on the inside?
Well, we have period-correct furnishings for the time period that we want to portray, which is 1840s to 1865. And we've got, there's several bedroom sets in there. There's an office, there's a workroom, there's a really nice kitchen and a dining room.
It's fantastic. Thanks. But I also want to introduce you to Sherry. Sherry Kettner is with Solves Homes, who is another recipient of the benefits from this event this weekend. Yes. Tell us about your organization.
Solve Maternity Homes has been in existence for the last 40 years. During that time, 1,309 to this day, 1,309 babies have been born through the program. It is a residential program, so the girls come in. They typically spend about 180 days with us. While they're there, the programming consists of 40 Carrots is on board with us. place, but it's all about education because that's what we feel that will break the poverty.
Awesome work you do, awesome work. Hoping for a very big turnout this weekend. As you saw on radar, everything is very clear across the area, a lot of blue sky, warm temperatures, but big changes coming up this weekend. And we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Back to you, Scott. I'm gonna go rev the engine some more.
I don't blame you. Thank you so much, John. We'll see you in a little bit. In the race for the White House, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump both making stops today in Ohio and Pennsylvania. Both states are a must-win for the candidates, they believe. In an ABC News Washington Post poll, it shows Clinton up by 3 points at 47% versus Trump at 44% nationwide. To catch up, Trump is leaning on his wife, Melania. She spoke for the first time in the general election campaign about family and her plans to end cyberbullying as First Lady. Critics thought it was an interesting choice since they say her husband is prolific at attacking on social media.
It is never okay when a 12-year-old girl or boy is mocked, bullied, or attacked. It is terrible when that happens on the playground, and it is absolutely unacceptable when it's done by someone with no name hiding on the internet.
Meanwhile, President Obama energizing millennials in Miami yesterday, saying when it comes to this election, they must fight to the finish. Speaking of Donald Trump, conflicting views over him turns violent in a Punta Gorda bar this week. It took place at CJ's Tavern in Punta Gorda. Police say 45-year-old Carl Pento got into an argument with a man after he made some remarks regarding the Republican presidential nominee. The confrontation turned into a fight and the victim was stabbed. He was taken to the hospital with a possible punctured lung. Pento fled the scene, but then later turned himself in when he found out police were looking for him. A pocket knife was found behind the tavern, suspected to be Pento's. He's being charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and is now being held at the Charlotte County Jail. And with only days left until the general election, both Trump and Clinton campaigns are hitting Florida very hard to drum up votes and win the state. Clinton's running mate Tim Kaine will be in Sarasota tomorrow for a rally. That'll be at the Sarasota Democratic National Committee Organizing Office. That's on 12th Street in Sarasota. It starts at 4:45 in the afternoon. Also tomorrow, Donald Trump will be making another stop in Tampa. He'll host a rally at the Florida State Fairgrounds. That event starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And more Floridians have already cast their ballots. About 5.3 million people voting so far in Florida. That's nearly 41% of all registered voters. According to new numbers released by the State Division of Elections today, the number of voters casting early ballots during this year's presidential election is higher than that in 2012. And this election has taken quite a toll on our children. According to a survey from Highlights for Children, 65% of kids said they do not want to run for president when they grow up. That compares to about 35% who said they would be interested in becoming the leader of the free world someday. 2,000 kids between the ages of 6 and 12 were surveyed. It's a good time to get a head start on holiday shopping. Believe it or not, early Black Friday sales have already begun. A few sales being offered include Walmart. They have HD televisions with discounts of more than $100. Amazon is offering its limited time deal with up to 40% off various brands. And of course, the best discounts happen during the Thanksgiving holiday.
If you want the best deals of the season, you do have to do a little bit of shopping on Thanksgiving. Take out your computer or take out your tablet and start browsing the doorbusters online that evening.
But experts also say don't get anxious just yet about missing the lowest prices. The closer we get to Thanksgiving, the lower those prices will be. Let's check back again with ABC 7 Culinary Director Judy Gallagher. She's enjoying lunch today at Philippi Creek Village Restaurant and Oyster Bar in Sarasota. Hi, Judy.
Hey there, Scott, and we're celebrating Thanksgiving because you need to know what they'll be serving. Here's the award-winning Chef Pedro. Always an honor to sit by you, my friend.
It's always great to have you with us, Judy. You know that we love you.
I love you too, so let's get started with the love of the
look
food.
Look at the beautiful steam pot with king crab, shrimp. I mean, you name it, goes the whole thing. And then look at the big lobster over there, 16 ounces steam,
16 ounces.
broil, whatever you like.
Woo!
And those, look at those huge, humongous prawns, asparagus, potatoes, you name it. And look at those nice stone crabs. Jumbo stone crabs with key lime mustard. They're delicious. And let me tell you something, we're just not making that, we're making pizza too now. That dough is homemade, shrimp, scallops, lobster too, seafood pot pie. The traditional one is delicious too. And the most important thing from Thanksgiving that we opened the first time, turkey with all the fixings and the beautiful ham.
beautiful glaze on it, so many great things to eat. And I heard that you can make reservations, but you can also come without reservations.
Absolutely. You don't need a reservation. You're very welcome to come.
Now, tell me a little bit about what's happening at your sister restaurant, the Table Creekside, because that's the first time the Table Creekside is going to be open for Thanksgiving.
You're right about that. You know that the two restaurants are open. It's the first time we open, and we have a fantastic menu over there too.
So that's going to be a more finer dining, a la
Yes.
carte menu, but both places offer these great options of waterfront dining.
Absolutely. And you know what? You can come in both restaurants with sandals, t-shirt. You're welcome to come any of those restaurants the way you like.
I love that because if it's beautiful out like today on Thanksgiving, I think people really need to enjoy while they're living in Florida, right?
Absolutely. Those restaurants says like mi casa, you casa. You can come anytime.
See, you know what? And your casa is my casa. I love it. And even if you want to eat lighter, maybe you have an earlier Thanksgiving, you want to come at night and you'll have salads, the whole menu, right?
Oh yeah, we open the whole menu there. We're gonna have some salads. We're gonna have a billo chops, filet mignon, you name it. We have everything in there.
And of course, a full bar so I can have my cranberry, pomegranate,
look at that. That's beautiful.
sangria, paella, and so much more. But we're not done yet. It's still dessert for Thanksgiving, and we'll be back in just a few for that.
Download ABC7's free all-new news app at your app store today.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter mile north of University Parkway.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Absolutely gorgeous cars out here. We're at the Gamble Plantation, and the big car show, fall car show, is on starting tomorrow. And Bill, the car organizer, whom you met earlier, joins us now to tell us about some of the cars that we're standing in front of. This one next to us, this is special.
Yeah, it's actually Burt Reynolds' personal car. And the Burt Reynolds Institute is going to be out here with a trailer and about 4 or 5 cars. So that'll be really cool. This one back here is
the red one?
Right.
Yep.
Is from the Cannonball Run. And so again, they're going to bring all these cars out. Real special thing to have out here. So it'll be great for the spectators. It'll be great for the car guys.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't get to see them that often.
No, to see all of these cars in one location is just really a phenomenal opportunity for the entire family. Plus, it's so darned affordable. I mean, for a benefit in this town, $1 to get in, you just can't beat it. And there'll be food, there'll be music, there'll be tours of the Gamble Plantation, which if you haven't seen is really a special thing to see. This little yellow beauty over here?
That's also a Camaro. It's 2010. So we'll have newer cars as well as the older cars.
Fantastic. Bill, good job. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Sure do appreciate it. Let's take a look at the weather, shall we? Give you an idea of what to expect this weekend when you come out to this event and all the other wonderful things that we have going on the Suncoast. Taking a look at the current air temperature, we've got 83 degrees out there with lots of full sunshine. We have a dew point of 63. That dew point value is going to be carved down over the next couple of days as a frontal boundary moves through. North wind at about 12 now. That north wind, a signal of a switching wind direction that we'll see throughout the day today as that frontal boundary sinks out through the area. It'll switch our winds to the northeast, and they'll be rather breezy by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. That breezy northeast wind will start bringing down the drier air. Now, this is not going to be an Arctic blast. Temperatures are not going to fall to way below average. In fact, all they're going to do really is just fall down to where they should be at this time of year, to a more average value. As far as rain showers go, don't expect a lot with this front, but that line of showers that you see kind of forming out there in the Atlantic off the coast of Orlando and extending up the northeast coast, that is the frontal boundary, and it is very slowly sinking southward. The RPM computer model forecast shows those showers sinking south through the area tomorrow. And then both Saturday and Sunday, we might see a little bit of fair weather cloudiness being brought in from the Atlantic as that drier, cooler air, relatively cooler air, kind of filters over the relatively warmer Atlantic waters and Gulf Stream, kicking up some clouds and then slinging them back in this direction. But not to worry, those will be fair weather clouds. And as the winds die down, so too will the amount of cloud cover that we get. Tropics look good. Gulf waters, Caribbean, near Atlantic, all no problems there. And as far as the far Atlantic goes, also no problems. Nothing going to form there in the next few days. Off the coast of Africa, we have some drier air there, so that too, no worries. Northwest wind at about 10 knots, becoming northwest at 5 to 10 this evening, but picking up during the overnight, northwest at about 15. We could get pretty close to seeing small craft advisories issued tomorrow, so boaters, pay attention to that before you leave port. 2-foot seas, light chop. Couple of tides to talk about. A 10:55 low tide has come and gone. High tide, though, does not occur until 5:22 this evening, so we're closer to the low tide. Low tide again at 9:36, and the official Suncoast forecast calling for some pretty nice weather this weekend. Breezy on Saturday, daytime highs about average, coming in at about 82, and nighttime lows very comfortable indeed. Over the course of the weekend, we'll watch for the time to be turned back Saturday night when you go to bed, and that actually occurs at 2 a.m. on Sunday, and the fine weather continues through the week. Beautiful cars, and this is, believe me, a fraction of what will be here tomorrow at the Gamble Plantation in Manatee County. By all means, come on out, bring the family, be fun for everyone. The weather will be gorgeous. Scott, I wouldn't be surprised if there'll be a Scott Dennis sighting here this weekend too, maybe.
I'm trying to fit it in my calendar, my friend. Yeah, what a collection of cars. Can't wait to see it. Thank you so much for the preview today, John. This time of year, we have galas, we have theatrical openings, and festivals galore. ABC 7's Linda Carson shows us where to check them out in this week's Suncoast Scene.
Gloria Musicae opens its season with Viv España.
We have a season that's featuring musical travel, if you will, and we're featuring first the music of Spain, which is, vibrant, fiery, sensual, sexy.
These are two of the soloists, guitarist Jonathan Godfrey and his wife, soprano Jenny Kim Godfrey.
And if you want to hear more, it's Gloria Musicae, Sunday at 4 o'clock at the Siesta Key Chapel.
And Young Frankenstein, the Mel Brooks musical spoof of those scary old horror movies, is now at the Players.
It's going to give you a different look at a horror classic, and you'll see and hear lines from your favorite horror films, classic, but they're all breathed in with new life. There's new life in them because now all of a sudden we're making fun and having fun with a horror classic.
Young Frankenstein at the Players Center through November 20th.
And in honor of Veterans Day, the Manatee Community Concert Band is giving a free concert called Let Freedom Ring.
It is a patriotic and veteran salute to all our area veterans and paying tribute to them and America. Lots of great tunes. God Bless America, America the Beautiful, Battle Hymn of the Republic, all the great favorites.
Let Freedom Ring at the Manatee High School Auditorium Saturday night at 7:30.
And the Sarasota Medieval Fair opens at the Sarasota County Fairgrounds on Saturday, and it runs Saturday and Sunday for the next 3 weekends. Put your modern cares behind you and step back into the year 1199.
You'll see famous battles reenacted, not on the battlefield, but on a life-size chessboard.
Everybody loves to see the joust. Everybody loves to see the human combat chess match.
And everybody will love the food, the medieval bazaar, and the live performances.
We also have kudu and crackerback, the two bagpipe, tribal drum kind of groups. We've got Empty Hats the last weekend. We've got the Washing Well Winches still. I mean, just, it's great.
Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Linda, thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll check in one last time with Chef Judy Gallagher.
It's the Crystal Classic International Sand Sculpting Festival on Siesta Beach, November 11th through 15th, with 24 of the world's best sand sculptors. Bring the family for new hands-on kids activities, live music, food, sand sculpting lessons, and more. See SiestaKeyCrystalClassic.com for details.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
Hurricane season is here, so when severe weather threatens, count on the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7.
We bring you storm warnings faster and with more detail than ever before.
And track storms right down to your neighborhood.
On air, online, and on your mobile device. Turn to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Hello, I'm Jamie DiDomenico with Cool Today, Plumbing Today, and Energy Today. Here on the Suncoast, taking care of people is more than a slogan, it's a way of life. On Tuesday, November 15th, do your part and show that the Suncoast cares. Come by the Suncoast Blood Bank from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and donate one or more of these important items needed by local organizations, including a life-saving blood donation. For more details, visit suncoastcares.org. That's Tuesday, November 15th from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Suncoast Blood Bank. See you there.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Come see the Crystal Classic International Sand Sculpting Festival November 11th through 15th on Siesta Beach. Check out the Crystal Classic Party Tent, produced by Siesta Key Chamber of Commerce and Moat Marine. Details including remote parking via SCAT. Visit SiestaKeyCrystalClassic.com.
And then there was dessert. As you heard Matt describe earlier, they now have Cakes by Ron, a local baker that's been here for a long time, featuring his cupcakes. So I'm gonna go to my left first because it's Boston cream pie. That's right, from my own Beantown. Fantastic. Red velvet, triple chocolate. Of course, they'll be serving traditional key lime pie, and Chef did tell me they'll be doing a deep dish apple pie on Thanksgiving Day and salted caramel cupcakes. Guess you could wash it all down with a frozen pumpkin pie cocktail that does have pumpkin pie whipped into it. So I have to tell you, I just want to kick back and tuck into this great food. And if you are cooking at home on Thanksgiving, treat yourself the next day and come to Felipe Creek Oyster Bar. But if you're looking for a great place that you can all love and enjoy and relax, come down to Felipe Creek. It is wonderful. And Scott will have to come for lunch really soon. So good. Got to have some Boston cream pie. Back to you.
Those cupcakes look delicious. All right, Judy, thank you so much. Enjoy it out there. Starship Troopers is getting a reboot. Columbia Pictures is bringing back the sci-fi franchise with Baywatch movie writers Mark Swift and Damian Shannon penning the script, and then Fast and Furious producer Neil Moritz producing the film. It will be based on the original novel by Robert Heinlein. In theaters this weekend, Marvel's newest superhero, Doctor Strange, will make his debut. It is expected to top the box office. Also premiering in the animated adventure called Trolls. It stars Justin Timberlake and Anna Kendrick. And then Mel Gibson's World War II drama called Hacksaw Ridge. Finally today, it's like a scene straight out of a Harry Potter movie. A photo of a giant huntsman spider is creeping its way around social media. Look at that thing. Ironically named Charlotte, it was rescued last year in Australia. Its legs span 12 inches. I mean, look at that. It's so big that people think it's Photoshop, but it's really not. The photo has been shared more than 75,000 times on Facebook since it was first posted last October. That is amazing and scary too. Have a wonderful day out there, everyone. We'll invite you back at 5 o'clock for more news and weather. Have a great day.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.